Good morning, everyone. Today I will show you how to make these wrapped pizzas, maybe Mexican empanadas. They could be called souffles, choussons, or pies. Whatever they are called, they are terrific. They are very tasty. And you can fill them with whatever you want. The ingredients for the recipe are on the screen. You may substitute the butter with oil. So here I'm adding the sugar to the milk. The milk needs to be warm. I added the yeast and I think about half a tablespoon of salt, melted butter. And here I'm adding the milk to the flour. And then mixing everything together. I also added some water, that's not shown, and then I need to cover the dough and let it to rest for half an hour. Meanwhile, you could cook the filling by frying one small onion and adding one grated garlic, 2 chilies, and about a cupful of cherry tomatoes. This is a very traditional filling which I am making here, and it goes very well with pies. That's my filling nearly cooked. It doesn't need much seasoning other than salt. You can add black pepper if you want. After about half an hour, you can see that the dough has risen. It is sticky as well, that's normal, which means it's ready for me to roll down. You can make these whatever size you want, and don't worry about making a circular shape. You don't have to. My first filling was pan-fried onions and cherry tomatoes. I added some coriander leaves to this and then closed it like so. And try to flatten the surface of the filling. And then I made another one with some cheese to the same, I added cheese basically to the same filling. And I try to close the borders this time differently by twisting them as shown. One thing I remembered is when you touch the dough, rub your hands with oil, and also when you roll the dough out, also put some oil on the surface. Here I'm putting oil again on the frying pan. Make sure it's a heavy base frying pan and cook them on low to medium heat. So we need to cook them up until they are golden, then turn them over to cook on the other side. These are really tasty fresh. Here I'm cooking the base, so I tried to get 2 pieces of the bread together and help them stand. You need to find your own way to make this step happen. However, generally it works. So now my bread is cooked and I'm happy with it. The base is cooked. Um, and I'll cut one for you to show you how it looks like from the inside. I made these in the morning for the children's packed lunch and they loved it. So third filling was with tuna, same filling. And we can also create a pattern all around with a fork, as you can see. Each time you cook some more, make sure you add more oil, because that oil gets absorbed by the breads or by these pies. Also, I have used here a rolling pin in order to add some pressure on the pies and get them more evenly cooked. However, you need to be careful doing this because the pies might break and you don't want that to happen. My next filling was with tuna cheese and olives. I must say I enjoyed making these, that's why I made so much. You can see how this one is standing all by itself without any support. And how it's golden at the bottom. The fifth filling. This is my favorite filling because it doesn't need cooking. So here we have spring onions, some tunas with sliced olives, and it really tastes awesome. And then I added slices of tomatoes, cumin seeds because I like cumin seeds. This is optional, obviously. Then we seal our bread together. When cooked, that's how it looks like. This was a bit hot. So I'll cut this one for you. That's how it looks like. This, if you were to make any of these, then make this one. It's the easiest and it's so tasty. My sixth filling was scrambled eggs. Probably have 2 or 3 eggs here. These are my cumin seeds. Obviously some salt, you need some salt. You can season the eggs however you like. I added some chives there. Also, I think some green chilies. And that's my scrambled eggs, which look more like a souffle. I don't recommend overcooking the eggs, which is what I did, because you want them to cook further inside the bread. This is also another idea to add sweet corns and cheese, just like you would do in a pizza. And hence you can make a wrapped pizza. And there is another tip, which is how you can get the borders golden all around. Notice how this one half is white and half is golden. You can get it golden by using a pies holder and get it close to the fire with the saucepan on the fire. See how this one, this one, this is golden all around. So that's this one, the tuna and the cheese cut for you. I hope you like today's recipe. I hope you will try it at home. Please like and subscribe and share.